the rites. The rites of the medicine spiral, the rites of the shaman. As we say in Irish, Oscoilga, na diascnoha, the transmissions. These really are the spine of a shamanic lineage, a lineage which comes from a line of ancestors, of shamans, medicine women, medicine men, of generations upon generations who've gone before us. And it's a living lineage, so that those in this lifetime who choose to receive Nadjasknoha, to receive these transmissions, the shaman's rites, bring alive in this lifetime the lineage. And these rites are ancient. They don't belong to any person or organization. They belong to a tradition. And in Ireland, we would say these rites belong to Éru, to Éireann, to Ireland. Ireland, the Irish is Éireann, from Éireann. We find the original name of this island, Éru, the goddess of sovereignty. So there is a sovereignty in these rites, these Jasknoha. They are transmissions of energy. They are the very spine of the tradition.
And actually in Cree, we are unique in that we offer these as part of the medicine spiral. And they are an awakening of what you already hold within your heart of hearts, an initiation. Many of you will already have received some sort of rite, be that the tradition you're from. Perhaps you grew up as a Catholic and you were baptized and you made your first Holy Communion and your confirmation. Maybe the Jewish faith, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah. Many who come to this have already received Reiki initiations. So you will probably have an inkling of what this is like. There is an expression, being plugged into the matrix, and literally these Jaskanoha, these very beautiful, heartfelt Celtic soul rites will awaken what already lies within and give you the opportunity to be in the world in a brighter, more connected with life at its very visceral level way.
The rites, Nadjasknoha, can't be known by reading about them in a book.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even actually be known by listening to myself and Karen right now. We can talk about them, we can refer to them. A book can talk about them and give you descriptions or give you metaphors and similes to help you understand what they are. But the rites are living, and they are only known in the transmission, the passing on of them from one human being to another. And this is part of the medicine spiral, where those who hold these rites come forward to gift them onwards. And indeed, many who have gifted them with us once received them as students many years ago. So they are passed on from person to person, but they are living beings. These rites are activations of what is already within us. And they call upon very profound energies, unsurprisingly, beginning with how life even started on Earth, beginning with Jaskno and Splanka, the rites of lightning, and this mixture of light and electromagnetic energy being the source of the first rite is also now how contemporary science understands life began on Earth. And yet shamans of this island and many other cultures have always begun their rites of the apprentice shaman with the rites of lightning. And also that lightning composition of light and electromagnetic energy, exactly the same two energies that are the composition of your energy field, my energy field, everybody's energy field, this composition of electromagnetic energy and light. So the energy of lightning being something of what we're made of in our spirit body. Other rites come from nature, such as the mountains and stars, and I could keep on referring to their source, and yet that would give some kind of intellectual awareness, but not the knowing of the rites, that they can really only be known in the giving and the receiving.
We have been very privileged in our walking of this pathway of the heart, in that we have received initiation into other indigenous cultures, particularly the Peruvian, the high in the mountains of the Andes, but we've also been privy to sit in circle with the Aboriginal elders in Australia, up in the Sami north of Finland, and also in Mexico. But it was from this land when we opened our hearts, our protected hearts, to listen to the wisdom of the land, the she, the gods and goddesses, the Tuatha Dé Danann of this sacred island, that the Jaskanoha were remembered by us. We studied and journeyed for many, many years to be able to hear that and for it to come forth. So they are unique to Sli an Cree. Those who step forward to come to the medicine spiral training will receive 3 rites on the north, 2 on the east, 2 on the south, and 2 on the west. But we often and regularly offer other events. The fairy rites, very dear to our heart, are often offered at some of the Celtic festivals. And at Moonmanal, the women that I'm privileged to work with and train as facilitators offer these every month, usually under the full moon or the new dark moon. And these are where you can receive these rites and treasure that awakening from within.
The rites indeed already belong to you, if you wish in your life to come forward and to give your permission to receive them. That it's understood they already belong to you. That if it's a choice in your lifetime to receive the Tiasknoha, you're receiving transmissions that activate what is already encoded in you, in your physical body, your emotional and psychological body, in your spirit body, and bringing up more and more of who you really are, allowing you to become a caretaker of the earth, allowing you to become even more the wisdom keeper that you are, allowing you to become even more the healer of yourself and the healer in the world, the teacher of yourself and the teacher in the world. So there's immense empowerment in receiving the rites, but the discretion and the privilege and the integrity is always with the person who is receiving, so that in a sense they already belong to you. If you're curious, they already belong to you. If you feel, I would like in this lifetime to experience these transmissions of a sacred and ancient lineage.
John, how have receiving these rites, and you can pick one of many, how is it translated into your regular life?
I would say that everything changed for me on receiving these rites. In the moment of transmission, it feels you're in a whole new world of energy, but the mind isn't able to analyze and understand absolutely everything. So that in a sense, it's a bit like a stone being dropped into the center of the pond with a big splash, and receiving the rites can feel like a big splash. But that stone for a long time will send out ripples out towards the edge of the pond. And in those weeks, months and years, those ripples are, I think, never ending. But that they really help with balance. They really help with taking responsibility and accountability for yourself. They really profoundly help with letting go what we carry that truly isn't in alignment with who we really are. The rites really help with owning one's own power, with what I call the power to hold power. so that our own innate power, as it's embraced and rising up within us more and more, doesn't run away with us, that we have a grounded authority, we have a deep relationship with nature that allows us to become quite extraordinarily powerful creatures.
For me, gifting the rites is quite an extraordinary blessing. And when I received the guidance and when we journeyed together, I remembered palpably receiving the rites, and I assumed that gifting them would be similar. But it's of a very different experience. The energies of the rites literally come up from the cauldron of the belly up through the heart and out through the eyes. So the looking into the eyes of the recipient is a very important part of this. I felt that I was a vessel for these rites to awaken within the recipient. And sometimes afterwards people might say, "Oh, Karen, what did you say? Those words were very poignant, they were very meaningful for me." And although there are certain words that resonate, that are part of the rites, there may be extra words, but they do not come from me. They come from those archetypal energies of the rites. And it's very much being catapulted into the moment, like that splash. It's very, very special. And those who train with us, from the medicine spiral to the healer spiral, so these trained as shamanic therapists, we offer the opportunity to those, if they wish, to learn how to gift rites as well.
And also I think it's important that we share that the rites are only part of the medicine spiral, that there is the companionship of other rituals and ceremonies, of nourishing the inner healer, the inner teacher in the human being, that allows you to have the ever-expanding strength to receive and live with the rites, that they are not in isolation. They are part of a beautiful weave of nature practice, personal practice, world practice, so that they are part of a beautiful tradition that looks after your holistic health, mind, body, and spirit. And there is just the most extraordinary journey, and it's as enjoyable in the moment as it is to the destinations where that journey takes you.